Venus is now in the sign of Leo. This is a big deal because Venus is typically only in a sign for 1 month. However, due to an upcoming retrograde, Venus will be in Leo for 4 months. Venus represents balance, beauty, harmony, really the finer things in life. In human design, Venus represents the law. It's your boundaries. And in Gene Keys, it represents 2 things. First one is your SQ, which is your spiritual quotient, representative of the first 7 years of your life, and it's really the essence of your heart. And the other one is the IQ, which is your intellect quotient. It's representative of the third 7-year cycle of your life, so 15 to 21 years old, and it represents how you are conditioned to respond to stress on an intellectual level, like what your mind does to avoid feeling those feels. That's a lot of info, but just overall, it's really about creativity. When we actually represent Venus in a frequency, it represents the alpha brainwave state, which is when we are in our most creative state. And this is why it is associated with the third eye. And Leo represents the heart. It is all about self-expression. It also represents the ego. So these next 4 months are really a great time for creativity and self-expression, trying new things, really express yourself. Because once Venus retrogrades in Leo, which again is the ego, this would be a great time to do that ego work, because the ego seeks, but rarely does it like to look inwards. And since Venus retrograde is all about the energy of that planet operating in an inverted fashion, that'll be the great time to do that ego work. So create, express yourself. The farther out you go, the more you have to work with, because then you just might find that you hit some kind of a wall or some kind of a block, and then doing the inner work there will show you what potentially has been blocking you all along from really expressing your most authentic self. So that inner work will lead to further blooming of all creative potential.